This week, the author Douglas Murray posted a photograph on Twitter. It was of a bus stop-style poster. The words on the poster said, "Hey, straight white men, pass the power," in big, bold, black text. Reportedly, a number of these posters have cropped up across the capital, yet the trust behind these posters has received over £3 million in taxpayers' money since 2018. Let's turn now to Elliot Keck, Investigations Campaign Manager at the Taxpayers Alliance. Now, a lot of people will be pretty surprised that the organisation putting up these posters has received so much money from the taxpayer. How's this come about?
It is extraordinary, as you say. So the Arts Council have what's called a range of national portfolio organisations, which are organisations which over a set period of time receive regular funding in order to support their activities. And I think it speaks to a problem in the culture of government, according to which only the state can provide art, culture, museums, sport, whatever it is. And if the state stepped back and said, actually, let's leave the British public to decide what they consider to be art and culture, they're just not going to be able to do it. And I think it's completely misplaced. I was at the theatre last Friday to see a Chekhov play, and it was absolutely packed because the British people understand what culture and art is, and they will pay for it if they have the money.
It's remarkable, looking at our history of art, of culture, of plays, of paintings, of music. You'd be surprised to find that the government didn't fund all of this stuff before the 20th century. Why is it that we've sort of got into this mindset that the only way we can deliver art is by expropriating funds from the taxpayer?
Well, I mean, as I said, it's about this culture of government, really. It's just the ever increasing mission creep of the state that's determined to do more and more and more with more and more and more of taxpayers' money. And it is completely crazy. You mentioned how culture prior to the point when the state started funding this. There's actually studies that suggest that there were more statues and installations in the 1990s and noughties than in the previous century. So I think, yeah, this speaks to this broader problem that the state is trying to do more and more things.
I wonder, on the case of this specific poster, what should the government's response here be? Because, of course, we don't know if the taxpayers' funding directly went to this particular poster, but the organisation behind it certainly received a lot. What should the policy response now be?
Well, our policy response is very simple. The Arts Council should be defunded, so it costs, we think, about £400 to £500 million a year, and that's money that could be put back into taxpayers' pockets. And taxpayers will use that money. They use the money that they see in their pay packets in order to consume culture, go to museums, go to art galleries, go to shows, whatever it is. So our policy is very clear. We need to defund the Arts Council. There may be a case for some grants to strictly local arts groups that maybe could go through councils. There are ways that there are perhaps some taxpayer funds could go to the arts, but generally our policy is very clear to scrap the Arts Council.